Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeffrey Schultz and I am a master's student attending Concordia University, Chicago, studying computer science. In this video, I will be discussing printing and file system management in Linux, so let's begin. So starting off with printers, or an LP as they like to call it, being able to submit printer jobs is actually something that's really useful in Linux, and you can use an actual printer that you use for anything you would do. Like I'm able to use the regular printer that I print stuff off of if I need to. So being able to submit jobs to this is obviously something you're going to be able to do if you want to actually use it. So starting off, the command we would use for this is lp-d, and then you would type in whatever the name of the printer is. So like printer1, for example, and whatever document you wanted to do. So this could be document.pdf. This could be an image. This could be whatever you want, literally. But the legacy way of doing this will work on probably every computer, like no matter if you're on Mac or Windows. You would do lpr minus p, and this is honestly the more effective way of doing it, no doubt, because it's like I said, it's going to work on everything. LP minus z is a much newer way of doing it. But the LP, you would do it on legacy with lpr minus p printer1. Like I said, it can be any printer name that you have in whatever document. So for example, I just typed in document.pdf. So now in order to view the queue to make sure the job got submitted properly, you would just do lpstat minus 0, which would be for all the printers. So, but if you only have one printer, honestly, it's going to print out the exact same. But let's say you're working for a company, there's obviously a bunch of printers there. If you wanted to view them all, you would do lpstat minus O. But if you wanted to view just a specific printer, you would do lpq minus p. So the same as like the lpr one, and you would just type in whatever printer name is. So like, for example, printer1. Obviously, that's not going to be the name of it. It could be, but like it's probably not going to be, because obviously it's going to be something to do with the manufacturer who makes the printer, like maybe HP. So after you view that queue, if you see a job there that you don't want, you can obviously cancel it. So once you view the queue, there's going to be an ID for that job. So all you would do is you would just type in cancel or lprm with the respective job ID in that you can view, whatever the one you want to cancel is. So let's say you see a job in the printer that's like maybe got an ID of like 100 and you don't want it there. You would just type in cancel 100 or lprm 100, something like that. And you can combine this with lpstat minus 0 and grep user. Grep is something I'm going to be getting into in a little bit, so you'll see exactly what that means. But in short, all it's really going to do is view all printers and whatever user has specific processes running on however many computers that are there. So if you want to wipe everything, and you want to do this really carefully, because you want to look at this very closely before you do it, you want to type in cancel minus A. So up next, we can do something called copying and removing directory trees. So in order to copy recursively or remove recursively, you would type in for copying cp minus r, and whatever the source directory you want to copy to and wherever it's going. So it will replicate the substructure, and you can add -a to preserve modes and timestamps, but this is not mandatory. So in order to do a recursive deletion of a directory, and the best application for this is deleting a directory that still has contents in it, you would just type in rm minus r and whatever the name of the directory is you want to do. So something that you create. And I'll be showing a demo of this as well. So up next, we have disk space awareness, and there's two commands that are really useful for this. df-h, and what this does is it's a human readable file system capacity, so you can just you could watch / and /var during installs. And the other one that's really important to determine like the size of whatever your directory is, or in pinpoint maybe space hogs that are taking up a lot of space in the directory, you would just type in du-sh and whatever the name of the directory is. So I actually want to cover a few bonus commands in this because I think they're really important, and I will be demoing both of them. So the first one is called echo, and echo is just allows users to write lines of text that are arguments. So for example, if you wanted to write something to a file called task.txt, if you wanted to type in task complete, you just do echo task complete with the double arrows instead of just the one, and it will write task complete literally because you put it in quotes to a file named task.txt in the home directory. And the reason we know it's going to go to the home directory is because we got the tilde in there before the task.txt. We got the the tilde / task.txt. So this means here that it's going to be going to the home directory. And then the next one is called Pico. So this is just a lightweight terminal editor for quick configuration tweaks. And there's something called keystrokes in them. So if you wanted to like exit the file after making the tweaks, you would just put Command X. To write it, Command O, etc. So example, if you were to type in pico file1.txt, and it will open up a new file named this if it does not exist. Otherwise, if there is a file called file1.txt, it will just open it up for editing, and that's it. So we are gonna go practice these commands now in the terminal. So that's it for the theory. I will see you there. These commands in real time. So let's begin. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is a command I had covered in my previous set of videos. So if you want to go check that out, if you don't understand what this is, you could just, but I need to do it for what I'm about to show you guys. So we're going to just type in mkdir, which is just going to make a directory. So if we type in like ls, for example, we're going to see all these directories. So like I have personal projects, music, all these different directories. So we're going to type in mkdir. It's just going to add another directory to this. We're going to call it print project _ project, just like this. So if we type in ls again, we're going to see it. It is right here at the bottom. It lists these in alphabetical order, so it is right here. So what we're going to do a recursive copy. We're going to do cp -r, and then we're going to do documents. We're going to do, but I want to do it from the home. So documents, and as you see, the documents is right here at the top, highlighted right there. And we're going to do this, and then we're going to send it to print project. So like this, print _ project, just like that. And it's going to do a recursive copy of all of these. So to be able to check the disk space, we're going to do df -h. We had discussed this. And it's going to show me everything here, the disk space, all the different things that I have. So next up, the one we had discussed is du -sh. And we're going to do this for print project because it's in the home directory. Like I said, you don't have to do the ~, but you can. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just doing it for demonstration purposes. So hit enter on that, and it's just going to show me the size that it is, so 76,000 bytes. So next up, we're going to do pico. We're going to create a pico in print project, so / print project. And then we're going to create a file called /summary.txt. So this is just going to be able to make a file in this directory that we're going to be able to edit. So in order to do this, we're just going to type in hi, maybe, whatever you want to type in. Control X to enter it. Hit yes to save. Then we're going to do lp, because this is one of the commands we went over. So in / print project, because this is the directory we want to work in. And then summary.txt. Just like that. So this is the request ID. This shows me the printer this is the printer that I normally use. So like I explained in my video, it's an actual printer that we can do. And then to be able to view the queue, we're going to type in lpstat -0, just like this, and it's going to show me the queue right here. And here is the in this right here, this the -50. This is the ID. 1024 you might think it is, but this is just the size. So what we're going to do, in order to remove this, we're going to type in lprm, and then with the job ID, so 58, just like that. So because I already had done it, because I didn't do it soon enough, but like I said, if you had a queue of a bunch of these, but this is going to be what cancels it. So because I already had completed this, because it's just printing out a file, and it actually did print, I heard my printer go off in the other room. It did print it, but because it's already completed, you can't cancel it. But let's say you had a queue of these, this would be what you would do. This is the theory of what you would do. So if I wanted to, you would just do lp to send it, and then lprm 58 to cancel it. So next up, we're going to do echo, again, backup. We're going to do backup complete, and we're going to send this to a file called print project, so /print project, / again, and we're going to call it just notes.txt, just like this. So in order to view this, we're going to do cat / print project, / again, notes.txt, and this is just going to concatenate the file so we can view it, and there you go. And there's the echo command working right there, because we just echoed it to the file, and here it is printed in their file. So next up, we're going to do, because there's content in our print project, we're going to do recursive remove. So we're going to do rm -r. That's how we discussed we would do this. / print project, just like that. And as you can see, when I do this, we're going to do du -sh of print project, just like that. And as you see right here, it says no such file or directory. So this confirms that rm-r, the recursive delete of this directory, worked. And like I said, if you wanted to just remove the directory, you would do a command called rmdir, but this is only applicable when there are no contents in there. Because there were already contents in our print project directory, we use rm-r, just like such. So then again, we're going to do df-h to confirm the disk space. And as you can see, it is all freed up and it is back to normal. So that's it for the demo of these commands for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.